What's good, listeners? Our guest returning live on Strike a Chord is TikTok sensation Justin Bernardez. Nearly 2 million followers. How freaking insane is that? Also, I want to remind the listening audience to check out my music podcast with LA pop rockers Poe the Passenger, out now wherever you listen to music, and our YouTube channel. But hey, Justin Bernardez, how you doing, my man?
What's up, guys? It's Justin. It feels good to be back. It feels so good.
Dude, I mean, I'm beyond stoked to see my brother from another mother return to the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, especially as a Strike a Chord artist. And you personally reached out to me about wanting to come back on the show. So talk to me. What do you want to get off your chest, Justin?
Oh, man. All right. Well, like I said, it feels amazing to be back. I'm so grateful for you guys. I miss you guys dearly. And a lot's changed since the last time I was on the show. I've put a giant focus on mental health. I put out a whole EP about mental health and healing. And I feel like it's my purpose, honestly, music and talking about mental health. I think it's really what I'm meant to do. I figured it out.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, and you mean you're obviously starting off the show with your mental health, and I know some of the themes that we were just exploring now on Just Talking with TikTok sensations as well, the Vision Twins, who are fitness gurus. Yeah. I was talking to them about, the burnout it can have, to be constantly producing content for your followers who admire the ad-libs. I mean, I'm a huge fanatic of it. I know that you've been kind of cutting back a little bit. You still do it here and there, but how has that taken a toll on your own personal life?
Yeah, that's a great question. I definitely have cut back for multiple reasons, I would say. One, I feel like I've done so many of the popular artists already that I'm like, all right, what's next? What's next? So I'm waiting for my own inspiration. But I love what you said about burnout because it's so real. I mean, at the status that I've built my fan base up to now, there's such a high demand. It's new video, new video, new video. So it's like I'm trying to build social media with my personal life and everything else I'm doing. And it's so easy to get burned out. I've definitely burned out a lot. But when I have the inspiration, I go for it. And I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's no easy task, Justin. I mean, I think we clearly understand that, the burnout is real. I mean, you have to be constantly producing online content on the daily. It becomes a full-time job. And have you felt like with the success of your TikTok videos, has it not allowed you to branch out and do some of the things that you've been putting, I guess, on the back burner?
Oh, man, it's been one of the main reasons I've been able to branch out and do other things. And I feel like for me, for example, it started with me making my own original music. Then TikTok blew up for me. So now it's a matter of kind of cycling it back. People have been saying like, all right, we've heard you be everybody else, but we want to hear what you can do. Like, what can you do as an artist? So thankfully, because of my built up TikTok audience, among everything else, I'm at that point now, getting ready to drop some new music. And it's good.
It's up. I guess, this is what's leading me to my, next question, because obviously you are known as the guy that does the ad-libs, mimicking some of our favorite popular hip hop artists. And do you want to be known for that? Or are you saying right now on the Chris Collins Show that it's like, no, that's not, I mean, yes, that was fun. I'm still doing it. I'm there, but I'm beyond that. I am an artist after all.
I think I like that people know me from that, but I can confidently say now that I don't want to be known as that forever. If that's how people are like, wait a second, I've seen that guy before, then that's fine. But I don't want to be like 75 years old walking down the street and someone's like, the ad-libs. Like, hopefully by that point, it's just like, it was there. It built up.
Well, sorry to break it to you, Justin. That's never going to go away when you're 75. You have much more success that's going to be coming with you, and people are always going to be saying it. I mean, trust me, I'm always like, man, I got to get that branded on a shirt. The ad-libs. I mean, I think it's phenomenal what you do, Justin. And I know one of the things that we will be playing right now on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, is your hit single performance for Up to You. So what can you tell us about this song?
Yeah, so I actually wrote this song right before I got into this relationship that my whole EP is about. And the song was really saying like, I'm catching feelings, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm catching feelings. I'm trying to figure out if she feels the same way. And I was a little confused, and it was a little confusing. So at the end of the chorus, I say, I could be yours, but it's up to you, because I wasn't sure where her head was at. And that's how the song was born.
I think I have a feeling where the girl's headset or headspace is at. She's probably was swiping right and she regretted later. Hopefully you're not on dating apps, are you, Justin? With how popular you are with 2 million followers. No, I'm just saying, I'm trying to decipher this. I feel like the Da Vinci Code. I'm like spinning the dial. I mean, hopefully someone with 2 million followers isn't jumping on Tinder or any of that kind of shit.
If I was swiping Justin, I would definitely not regret later, okay? That was fine, okay?
I love it. I love it.
Well, at the end of the day, Justin, it's up to you. Right? So no, I think it's a phenomenal single. We have the luxury of being able to play that song right now on Strike a Chord. So let's do our due diligence. This is Justin Bernardez music video, Up to You, live on the Chris College Show, Millennial Talk Show.
Girl, you don't really like him, that's a shame. I can tell the way we act that you feel the same. He's just gonna set you back, get him off your mind. He don't know I'm loving you, that's when you're your mind. Yeah, pretty damn nice, what a surprise. You think he's smooth, but I'm inside. He's playing the games, why would I lie? Stop before he hurts you, you won't have to worry why. If you text me, you gon' get a rewind. Look at who you're talking to every night on FaceTime. Every time you hang with me, girl, you have a better time. Like when I'm on top of you, and I like it when you ride, yeah. He can never treat you like me. I would give you all my everything. When I'm not with you, say you miss me. It's up to you. Let me pull up on you. When you need me, I'll come through. And I'll love you, and I'll trust you. I could be yours, but it's up to you. Up to you, girl, it's up to you. Up to you, girl, it's up to you. I know that we've been friends for a while, but I've been missing you, I've been missing your smile. So when I'm with you, time always flies. I was thinking maybe you could even spend the night. Yeah. Anything you need, I'm right there. Hold you when you sleep, girl, you know I'll care. I'll be there on your worst days, make them problems go away, yeah. He can never treat you like me. I would give you all my everything. When I'm not with you, you say you miss me, yeah. It's up to you. Let me pull up on you. When you need me, I'll come through. And I'll love you, and I'll trust you. I could be yours, but it's up to you. Let me pull up on you. When you need me, I'll come through. And I'll love you, and I'll trust you. I could be yours, but it's up to you. Up to you, girl, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh man, Justin Bernardez has got me up in my feels, man. I'm jiving. It's Friday. I can do whatever the hell that I want, and that is his hit single, Up to You. And we got the one and only Justin Bernardez here with us. But I want to remind everybody who's tuning in, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so you never miss a live show. And let's bring on the beautiful soul back up onto the screen. And Justin, you've been absolutely killing it, showing music lovers how to produce hit tracks of our favorite, hip hop artists over the years. And how well do you know the music industry and its current trends?
Ooh, what's so tricky about trends is they change so fast, especially with something like TikTok. It's always changing, but I would say I'm pretty up to date. What questions do you have for me? I feel like you have a question.
Yeah, no, I definitely trust me. I'm definitely cooking something up right about here because I know at the start of 2023, I was quite amazed to see that there's a lot of record label executives that are now pursuing young artists to actually start using music AI systems to write lyrics for future singles and albums. Is that something that you've considered to do as maybe as like a video series or even maybe potential LP?
You know what? That wasn't something I was considering until you said it, and it sounded
Yeah,
really
okay,
good.
now I want some credit. Now I want some credit, Justin. If you start blowing up like crazy, come on now, fam.
I mean, what a crazy time, right? Using AI to write music. I mean, I wonder if that will eventually take the job of songwriters because there's a bunch of ghostwriters or songwriters. I mean, they kind of
Yes.
go hand in hand, but I wonder if AI can replace songwriters. That's a crazy thought.
Well, I
No,
know
no,
that
no,
if people can save money and not pay out, it will be replaced.
no,
We
no. I
already
would
know
argue
that.
that you can save money because if you don't have to hire like Beyonce who had to have like 27 writers for one song and she's like stuck in a funk and she just has to type
Should
in a
have
mere text description of
have
like the
21
theme that she
AIs.
needs, yeah, she can have 27 AI opinions on it. But I mean, there's no doubt that AI is transforming art, but you see it being the same way when it comes to music, Justin?
You know, I see like pros and cons of it. I feel like there's definitely been times where I'm like, I'll write a line and I'll be like, what rhymes with this word? Like, how can I make this sound kind of poetic? You know what I
Right.
mean? But I never thought of using AI to kind of lend me a hand. I mean, if you think about it, like I said, we already have songwriters. What's the big difference? It's just an AI songwriter. So I could see myself kind of reaching to it maybe as a curiosity, be like, what's out there? How could this help? And if it helps, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I've ghostwritten for artists that people listen to every day. And it's
Yeah.
like, I do that in my room. Why not get a helping hand from like AI?
Yeah, I think you're onto something. I feel like in the early days in the rap scene, especially when it comes to the '90s, they were probably using a dictionary of thesaurus,
Oh, for
to come
sure.
up with that rap line that you kind of on a brain fart for, and you're like, man, I can't figure it out. Now AI is becoming more prevalent nowadays, and
Yeah.
some critics are upset with Google's creation of a new AI system that's called Music LM. It's capable of generating music of any genre just using a mere text description. Like that's totally insane. But the reason I'm referencing this, Justin, and go ahead and bring me back up on screen, Marissa, because some people say that it is a violation of copyright infringement, as AI can't necessarily make art or music from scratch.
Mm.
I mean, we're hearing that right now. Like, you're typing in, hey, Maka Picasso. You can say that about your modern artists, and now people are getting truly, you know, upraised over, especially the artist, the creator on the other end. Do you feel that same sentiment?
You know, again, I'm kind of split half and half because I remember when everybody was doing the whole AI thing with the pictures, and it was like people were saying it's theft and you're stealing from artists. So I feel like there's some kinks that need to be worked out. But to be honest, I see it more as a helpful tool than anything. I mean, we have to move with the times. Like, I remember doing my homework on pen and paper, and then some of my friends that have like a younger brother or sister, they're like, yeah, I'm doing homework on my iPad. So it's like, is it cheating or is it just moving with the times? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted there.
Well, have you heard about that phenomenal instrumental group, Polyphia? I'm
Yeah,
blanking
yeah.
on who the guitarist is, but he recently just spoke with famous YouTuber Rick Beto, and he was actually explaining how he has massive concerns
Wow.
for the generation of AI music because he feels like nowadays if you could just kind of text what you need, a 4-chord progression, and just type it into the system, where does that leave us, the touring artists that are trying to make a killing in this music industry?
Dang. I mean, that is really tough. But you know what I think too? I don't know yet because technology is getting kind of crazy, but I don't know if AI has like emotions. You know what I mean? So coming up, like, does AI have feeling? Does it have emotion? Like AI can write a song for you, but can AI perform a song for you? And will it have the same feeling as like a normal human being, whether it's picking up an instrument or singing? I don't think AI is quite there yet.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that's a good
we
point.
actually have a comment from Ms. Norton also that just put in. She said, but a ghostwriter is still a person. AI would be another way for labels to pay less and make more. I think we're all on
Ooh.
No, I think
same
that's a
page
good
there.
point from Mrs. Norton
Mhm.
because I think everybody can understand that just because you have an iPhone and you can take high quality photos and videos doesn't necessarily mean that you're a professional. So, how do you manage to maintain musical integrity while being commercially successful?
Are we still? Well, is this still about AI? Or is this just like in general?
Well, I would say just in general. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, what was the question again?
No, I'm just saying, like, we understand that, there's different outlets that you could go to, like getting a co-songwriter or using an AI system to help generate lyrics for a future single or LP. But how do you manage that musical integrity, like your sound, Justin Bernard, is staying true to what you want to
Mhm.
be while being commercially successful?
I think, and maybe not everybody will agree with me, but I feel like as long as it feels good to you and it's genuine and it's authentic, I feel like that's going to take you everywhere you need to go. Like for me, for example, like my brand has kind of warped over the years from the time I started my videos to where I am now. But one thing that hasn't changed is like, it's Justin. I mean, that's my tag,
Yeah.
It's always going to be me. And you can feel that. Like, I have a problem with smiling. It's not going to change anytime soon. I'm a
What's
happy
wrong with
dude.
smiling?
Nothing wrong with smiling. I'm a smiler
What's wrong
too,
with
Justin.
smiling?
Justin, I'm a smiler too.
I love that. I love that for all of us. But
But
I mean, as long as it feels real, as
Mhm.
long
yeah,
as it is real.
absolutely. And I know you also are a phenomenal music producer. You have been posting videos recently about how you've been coming up with different music presets and etc. How do you see the game changing when it comes to producing content? Definitely the musical arrangements in the next decade.
Ooh, it's another one of those things. I just think as the time moves, people are going to adapt. I don't really know where it's headed right now. It's kind of in a tricky state, coming out of COVID where everybody was at home and everyone had to kind of figure out what they were going to do to where we are now. I'm not sure. But what I do know for certain is I'm always going to be moving with the times. Like
Yeah,
whatever piece of technology happens, I mean, I'm with it. Like right now, a lot of people are recording full songs from their phone.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, isn't that
that's
incredible?
easy. They're taking out the computer part. Like, I haven't even dabbled in that yet because I'm just so proficient on a computer. But I mean, like I said, I'm moving with the times. I think the only way to get behind is to not move with everybody else.
And let's talk about moving with the times because I know a very popular rock star. He's one of my favorites. I reference him all the time. A little like too much to count, to be honest with you. But because he's constantly revolutionizing the game when it comes to the music industry. And this artist is Ronnie Radke from Fallen in Reverse. And recently, he's kind of started this trend in the last couple of years where he refuses to create LPs moving forward. Instead, he creates these very massive cinematic music video releases accompanied by a single. And is that the future of music moving forward? Because, it feels like streaming services, only paying a third or a fifth of a penny is not really allowing the artist to really want to pull out a full length album because maybe, the revenue doesn't come back to you, the artist. Do you like this, what he's doing?
I mean, I think it's cool if it works for him. Nothing against it. I mean, attention spans are so different now. I mean, we used to see songs over 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, a lot of songs are under 3 minutes, and it's probably going to keep getting
Yeah.
shorter and shorter. So, I feel like if the attention span of people is going down, maybe it makes sense to just kind of keep dropping singles and not an LP. But I feel like there's a healthy balance between what you want to do and what the people that support you want to hear. And if you could find a happy medium, it's probably the best thing.
Man, Justin, dude, I gotta tell you, I'm a little disappointed in that response, man. You just sided with Marissa, which I absolutely don't agree with. I hate the fact that artists are only producing singles, not LPs anymore. I understand that people can get frustrated with 8-minute songs from Tool or Metallica, but what happened to storytelling? I feel like I keep saying this reference today. I feel like a baby bird who is being fed by a mama bird with the worm being, just fed. I want the full meal. What's wrong with having the full meal?
I think too, as an artist, especially if there's no inspiration, you may not be able to even put out an LP. You may not even be able to write an LP. So I guess it's kind of like what you're going through. Like, I know for me, my music will always be a reflection of where I am in life. So at that, I would just say, if the inspiration's there and you could write a bunch, put it out. But if all you have is a single, put it out too.
Gosh, man, the Beatles were like coming up with new albums like every 2 or 3 years. Maybe the millennials, including the zillennials, might have to take on this new AI system so we can start hearing more music from the likes of maybe Justin Bernardez or maybe from some of our favorite artists. But you know what? You've been such an incredible soul, and let's have some fun. We're going to be playing one of your older music videos right now. I think it's super well done. Take notes, fam. Any kind of future potential artist or band that's out there, this is a kick-ass music video. This is Justin Bernardez' song Situations, live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show.
Why don't you just give me a good reason? These situations are holding me down. Run up and pull it and I'm off the ground. Give me a good reason, no hesitation. They look at me now, I'm at the top and they ask me how. You should know that I'm doing fine. Your girl keeps hitting my line. You broke, so now she is mine. So I'ma run with it. I'm no psych, but this is a sign. I promise you the last time I got it one of a kind. So tell me who they hit. Say one by one. You keep on breaking ties from the lies. I'm not even. It's overdone. You must be hypnotized. You're surprised. I believe it. I still don't know how to feel. Always so fake and it real. But you, I just don't know what it is. Step back, there we go. Step back, there we go. Why don't you just give me a good reason? These situations are holding me down. Run up and pull it and I'm off the ground. Give me a good reason, no hesitation. They look at me now, I'm at the top and they ask me how. You should know that I'm doing fine. Your girl keeps hitting my line. You broke, so now she is mine. So I'ma run with it. I'm no psych, but this is a sign. I promise you the last time I got it one of a kind. So tell me who they hit. Side by side, you keep comparing mine. The dollar sign, you don't have it. I said checkmate. You call it replicate. It's not that great. There's no debate. And how could you follow? You a joke, blowing smoke, and you broke. And how could you follow? You a joke, blowing smoke, and you broke. Yeah. Step back, there we go. Step back, there we go. Why don't you just give me a good reason? These situations are holding me down. Run up and pull it and I'm off the ground. Give me a good reason, no hesitation. They look at me now, I'm at the top and they ask me how. You should know that I'm doing fine. Your girl keeps hitting my line. You broke, so now she is mine. So I'ma run with it. I'm no psych, but this is a sign. I promise you the last time I got it one of a kind. So tell me who they hit.
Woo! I love that song.
Justin
Love it.
Bringing the hype up, energy going into the weekend. We love you, fam. That is your music video, Situations, live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. And for everybody, Well, I feel like they already know where you're at on social media, but you might as well let the new fans right now that are checking you out on the Chris College Show. Where can they follow you on social media?
On Instagram and TikTok, it's at Justin Bernardez _. If you're on Twitter, it's at J Bernardez _.